Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Caravan of Garbage, where we're wrapping up the original era of Predator movies. This is pre the Disney purchase of Fox.
Oh, is it?
Yes!
I don't know dates.
No?
No.
What do you think of this date? That's the date of your death.
Oh, what?
Yeah. What do you think, though?
I mean, great.
Ben and Lawrence, they knew that. You didn't know that they knew when you were going to die?
No.
Oh, there you go.
But that's comforting in a way, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, at least I have that amount of time
Exactly.
to do crimes.
Fantastic. We're, of course, talking about The Predator from
course.
2018. Please leave a like if you could. That would be great, because it's good to go back and revisit what many thought would be a return to form.
Who thought that?
Everybody.
Who thought that?
Shane Black returns, because he, of course, had a hand in the original Predator. He didn't direct it, but he had some uncredited rewrites. He's in it. And between that movie and this, he, of course, directed a bunch of stuff that people like. And then he directed this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now, we talked about this a little bit before recording. It's slightly better than I remember.
I think it... Look,
but it's pretty fucking awful, though.
I think I was too harsh on it at the time. I had more fun with it this time around, but I would say there are two very big problems with this movie, which I'm sure we'll get into. But I didn't hate it so much.
Yeah.
I mean, give me your opening thoughts, James, and we'll
Well, the opening of the movie is kind of interesting because it just throws a bunch of stuff at you at once. Like, it's Predator v Predator in a ship. There's a wormhole. There's a ship crash. They do the first Predator in about a minute and a half. And then the rest of the movie starts. And it's about a Predator, and we should talk about the story, who wants to save humanity. But he starts the movie by skinning a bunch of guys. And he kills a bunch of people through the movie that he doesn't really have to in order to save humanity.
It's like that. I think it's probably just like that natural instinct. You know how like a cat will like bring like a dead mouse to your doorstep, right? Because it thinks you're a cat, but you're bad at being a cat.
I'm good at being a cat.
Well, the cat doesn't think so. But despite the fact that the cat is provided with food and shelter by you, it
thinks
it's so this instinct is so powerfully ingrained in it that it's like, this cat's bad at being a cat. I better bring it a little treat
I
or
haven't
whatever.
seen it catch anything.
But I think this Predator's just like, I gotta save humanity. God, I love killing humans though. I love it. It's interesting you mentioned that. Maybe one of the things that this movie does poorly is it over-explains everything.
Yeah.
We don't need to know how Predators get to Earth, but I guess they had to explain that there is a wormhole hyperdrive system situation going. Don't need that at all.
No, you don't need to. If you want to do a ship crash, you could just do it crashed. I think you hit the nail on the head, though, in terms of like over-explaining, because this story, I would describe it as, my note is, intertwined nonsense. There's a lot of people explaining things and people running around in different groups and motivations and stories and government agencies and history and law and...
Okay, but I think all the other Predator movies have those. The thing about this one is there's a big thing that should be chopped out. I think it's the family stuff.
Absolutely.
I think that's... I think I understand why maybe they thought this would be a good innovation to put into the Predator franchise, make it more relatable or something like that. But I don't think the Predator franchise needs that. No. I think you could just do the evolution thing, the bunch of ex-military guys in the loony bin thing.
I mean, Predator thrives on like a ragtag bunch. Like, we've seen that multiple times.
But I think it's the autism as a superpower thing.
Oh,
that's
my
what
God.
it is.
Absolutely.
That's the number one thing that it's the family thing, which I think is unnecessary. I think Boyd Holbrook is a good kind of Disney, Fox, Marvel stalwart. I think he's good in things.
He's Indiana Jones 5.
Exactly. He's Indiana Jones 5. But I think you didn't need to put the family thing in. I think you can just have him be a stone cold killer, like everybody in all these movies is a stone cold killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for Danny Glover, who's just mad that he had to come to work.
Yeah.
And that has driven him
to be a stone cold killer.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, the Predator, the original Predator, it's not the original, but it's the type of the original Predator. He comes to Earth to gift humanity something which will halt an upcoming Predator war.
Yes.
That's coming because there's other Predators who like to steal different elements of species from around the galaxy.
That's another one of the things that gets over-explained, because in all the previous Predator media, the Predators kill somebody and then pull their spine out.
Yes.
And in previous ones, it's just like, well,
they like it.
They like doing it and it's fun. And look at them waving the spine about.
Yeah.
But in this, they go, well, it's actually they're taking the spinal fluid and they're using that for DNA purposes. You don't need to explain that. We don't need any of that.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to the lore. It's never going to be talked about again.
And then on top of that, so you've got the original Predator is actually good despite killing a bunch of people. This is
He can't help it. He's a cat.
He's a cat.
He's a house cat. Settle down.
You're right. But it's also, this is a bigger Predator situation, which also is like the movie Predators, where they bring in like a 9-foot tall Predator.
He's 11 feet tall.
11 foot tall. It doesn't matter.
But they say it's 11 feet tall.
He's too
You've
big.
fallen into the same trap as one of the characters in the movie The Predator, where he says it's 10 feet tall, and the other guy says, no, he's actually 11 feet tall.
It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. He's also completely CGI, which I think takes away from it.
That is irrelevant. A lot
the
of
scales, it's too much.
And a lot of the Super Predator effect is quite foggy.
Yeah.
Because they've had to add a completely CGI character to an environment that doesn't suit it really.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a huge strength of the Predator is that real Predator suit. Get a really big guy, which again, this movie has.
Yes.
Shane Black even tweeted in April of 2017, I'm standing on set next to a 7-foot tall gentleman in a Predator suit, so no, it's not all CGI. But it kind of is. Because that original Predator kind of is wiped out early on, and then you got this other thing running around. Yeah, the ragtag team is awful.
You don't like him?
No.
It's a great cast.
It's a great cast.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
We got Thomas Jane is in there.
Yep.
Olivia Munn joins the team.
Yep, she joins.
I guess if I had one criticism of this team, it's that they all seem to think they're in a different movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Olivia Munn is playing it straight like she's in Predator 1, probably.
Yep.
Keegan-Michael Key thinks he's in a Key and Peele sketch about the Predator,
Sure.
I think.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And the way they rapidly introduce them, it's not very endearing. It's like, there's this guy and he's this stereotype, and there's this guy and he's a different stereotype. It's also not funny. They have this kind of complex personal relationship that you don't get a sense of. I feel like when they're talking to other people, it's like they've never spoken to anybody ever.
I think some of it was kind of fun. But I think where you're going with that, I think there was maybe some room to improvise on set, and they're like, we can't throw any of this away. It's gold.
They should have thrown most, if not all of this away.
Oh, yes. Look, upon a second watch, I kind of like this team.
Do you like how one of them's got Tourette's? Movie magic Tourette's?
No. In a way, isn't that like a superpower?
Well, I don't see the Predator stealing that, Mason, so it can't really be a superpower in the Predator universe.
All right.
Yeah. So Shane Black went on to defend this. He said, I have Tourette's myself, maybe not as bad as yours. This is when he was replying on Twitter. Also, don't do that. Don't worry about it. But man, can I bark? Meant zero disrespect. Happy to talk to you about it if you like. I feel like his inclusion of that and also autism as a superpower, I don't think it came from like a malicious place, because he mentions also that he had an ex-girlfriend who had 2 kids with autism. He was trying to do something unique and kind of highlight it in a movie. I don't think it meant to be as just kind of fucking ham-fisted as it is.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
But it's shit. I don't like it. But also, like, what does a Predator want with autism? Well, I guess movie autism is magic, and you can decode any language and do whatever. He's the ultimate warrior, this boy. So I guess I just answer my own question.
That's right.
A magic ability.
Yes.
That this kind of autism provides. I know I talked about it when this movie came out, but I fucking hate this kind of stuff in movies. And I don't think we've seen it as much since.
No.
But it's that Rain Man savant thing that's just been done time and time again, and it's so very rarely been done well. And this is a good example of that.
Agreed.
Not being done well, just to be clear.
No, that was unclear.
But Mason,
Yes?
I've got here, this is fun and good actually. Good movie alert. These are some things that I liked actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Good movie for a second sometimes.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The Lab Massacre's fun.
Yes, agreed. Because as well, I think that upon a rewatch, the movie starts off to me on sort of a wrong foot, where it's like, how these guys take care of this Predator so easily? But then tables turn.
Yeah.
And he's like,
He bites.
yes. Oh, this guy's real good. He's got a real lazy machine gun firing kind of stance where he just sort of swings it wildly.
Yeah,
but he
that loosey-goosey Han Solo kind of shooting style.
That scene has Gary Busey's son in
It does.
Right?
Well, that's another thing I like, because Gary Busey's son, Jake Busey, plays Gary Busey's character's son who's in the Predator 2 in this. So all the lore from every Predator movie and AVP movie is in this. We also see a cabinet, and there's a mask from Predator 2.
Ooh, a cabinet.
No, this thing's in it.
Okay.
There's a mask from Predator 2 and Alien vs. Predator. There's a spear from Predator 2. There's a shoulder blaster from Alien vs. Predator. And there's the spear and xenomorph tail thing from Alien vs. Predator also, which means, and I think we talked about this, the Predator movies are canon with the Alien vs. Predator movies, but the Alien movies aren't canon with the Alien vs. Predator movies.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
No.
Because there's different cyborgs and Lance Hendrickson and whatever.
Yeah.
Cyborgs, replicants, whatever they're called.
It's also interesting there's a line...
Synthetics!
It's also interesting there's a line in this movie about how, like, the aliens came to Earth in 1987 and then in 1997. The weirdest thing to me, I think, is that Predator 2 is in canon with any of these other movies. Like, just that
happened.
That just like Los Angeles in 1997 was just this gang war Jamaican voodoo hellscape. And then what? They just cleaned it up?
Yeah, they cleaned it up.
I guess Danny Glover just walked out, did a press conference, and he's like, I killed this guy.
Yeah.
Settle down, everyone. Pull your heads in.
You think after they froze him that maybe things would have kicked off again.
Guess not.
But I guess they didn't.
I like Sterling K. Brown in this.
Well, that was another thing I liked. He's great. He also does this kind of wishy-washy flip side thing, and then he just shoots his own head off.
Yeah. I guess he's kind of like the spiritual successor to Gary Busey.
Oh,
in Predator
okay,
2.
yeah. Well, it's the same company
just
or
a guy
whatever.
who's very, very unhinged, and he shouldn't be at the top of the food chain here, but he's just got there.
Yeah.
You know?
He did. And also, I think it's a better use of dogs.
Oh, yes?
Until they give that one a brain injury, and then it's just a dog. And then it's not as interesting, I feel.
Okay.
If I had to have any complaints about the things that I like, that's one of the things that I both like and is also a complaint.
Oh, yes.
The ending of this is, it's just this farce in the forest.
Oh, yes.
Just nonsense running about.
It's like a Midsummer Night's Dream.
It
A
is.
farce in the forest.
Sterling K. Brown again shoots his own head off, and that's fun. It happened so quickly that I'd forgotten that happened, that I rewound it to see that that's just how they dealt with that character.
And that's what you did in cinemas at the time as
Yeah.
well. You were like, everybody stop, wind it back.
Then they're on top of the ship, and they're flying around, and it's got
Doesn't look good.
No.
Doesn't look good.
Well, it's a reshoot. We'll talk about why. And there's a force field, but then they crash the ship. But it's a good thing that they fly it back to where Olivia Munn was.
I liked
and
how
the dog.
I liked how one of the ragtag crew, you know, he survived shooting himself in the head because he was in a really bad place. But at the end of the movie, he gets to finally fulfill his wish by leaping into the engine of the Predator ship and crashing it.
Oh, the dream.
The dream.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this Predator who's bulletproof for the entirety of the movie.
Until he's not.
He's just not.
Well, everybody in this movie has a certain amount of plot armor until they don't need to have it anymore.
Until they shoot the back of their head
Now,
off.
if I had another criticism of this movie,
This is not a very good movie.
yes, it's that more characters survive into the third act than I think probably should.
Yes, yeah,
You know?
you're right.
The only people that cop it, really, are like the miscellaneous special forces guys.
Yeah.
Just a lot of guys in black with helmets and assault rifles who just like...
Yeah.
They get shot right next to the named characters.
Yeah.
And the named characters get to live to fight another day, you know what I mean?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares, Mason?
Agreed.
You know, who's the fairest predator of them all? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
quickly do this. It's a segment we do every week.
Yes.
Which is the sexiest predator? It's the first one. We know that already, don't we?
I mean...
We both know it.
I don't
It's
know
confirmed,
anything.
Mason. Mason, you're gonna die. Just admit it.
What?
Your death date.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. Good reminder, thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll put it in my calendar.
You don't need to go to your grave with secrets, all right?
I don't find any of them sexy. I'll be honest
No,
with you.
it's who's the sexiest. You don't
Oh.
need to find them sexy.
Well, I mean, I guess I find them all equally sexy.
That's good too, Mason. Okay, so as mentioned, I think the original The Predator in this is not the original The Predator, but he is. He's bad. Like, I know he's come to Earth to give us a weapon, a beautiful weapon we can all use, which
That's
I want to
right.
talk about.
Yes.
But, you know, he doesn't kill a naked Olivia Munn. And I guess so there's some of that Predator fairness in him. And again, he was here to help, but he did a lot of bad stuff. So I would say not fair. But then again, yeah, he was going against his instincts.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they locked him up.
They did.
He's like, I'm trying to help you guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you now. Let me help. You did this.
Yeah, fair. And the Super Predator, the worst. Probably the worst Predator we've seen in a movie. He's too big. He's 9 feet tall, isn't he?
No, he's 11 feet
And
tall.
he doesn't look real. It reminds me of Predator Killer of Killers, which is an all CGI Predator movie, but
Yes.
it works in that because they're all CGI.
Everybody's CGI.
Everything in that movie is
It is.
CGI. So none of them are the fairest in this.
That's true.
I also think this has one of the worst endings to a movie.
That's it. That is my like of
To a movie.
Yes.
Not a The Predator movie. To a movie.
of any movie. So I mean, like I said, I got two major criticisms of this movie. I think it could have been a way better movie.
Yeah. And maybe it nearly was. There was huge
It's the
reshoots.
autism is a superpower thing, and it's this ending.
Yeah.
And I think this movie's ending is a lot like the final season of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad that it makes the rest of the movie seem significantly worse than it is. Now, I'm not saying it's great.
Agreed.
But the reason for that is, and I'm sure you've got all the details here,
Yeah.
is they had to film something and they didn't really know what it was.
The Predator bought something and they didn't know what that something was.
But
or
it was
couldn't
going to be
decide.
amazing.
Well, it was going to be, there were a few things they did film. We've talked about this before. There was going to be a cryostasis pod marked Weyland-Yutani, and it might have contained either Alan Ripley or the adult Newt from Aliens, which would introduce time travel.
Yes.
There was talk about...
But hey, we just introduced wormholes, so why not?
Yeah. There was talk about reintroducing Dutch at the end, and that might not even been at this part. It might have been like earlier on where Dutch comes out and he goes, "You've done a good job." I feel like with every Predator sequel, they're like, we were going to bring Dutch back at the end and he was going to come out and say, "You did a good job." But they've never done it.
They've never done it. But now, with CGI, we can do that.
That's true, yeah.
And there's so much build-up as well.
Yeah.
They're doing a walk and talk down the halls, and Boyd Holbrook's got his dress uniform on and he's being introduced to this new facility, and then they're like, "We've got really something special for you," and here it is. And then they open up and then the kid's like, "Well, I think you'd translate it as the Predator Killer." And we're like, "Whoa, who's the Predator Killer?"
Yeah.
In this human-shaped box. Who's going to be in there? And then they open the box and it's just a gauntlet thing and you put it on and then it badly CGIs a human being into a Predator-looking Iron Man-style suit that's got these really ridiculous, unbalanced guns and it's got 10 laser sights on it.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Awful.
And he goes, "That's my Predator suit."
I think you'll find it chose that nerdy lab assistant. So I guess he's the Predator Killer now.
Yeah. Also, I assume there's also like tech specs to recreate this because otherwise it's one guy. Like the Predator Killer to stop this upcoming war.
Yeah, they've sent one suit, yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
And we'll never know. But that was added as like a sequel bait. But this had huge reshoots. So I don't even know if this was Shane Black's fault or who did this. But it was received really poorly in test screenings. So in July of 2018, this was a year after principal photography, they went back and reshot like the back third.
Okay.
So the original cut had the loonies, as they were called, the fun group of different fun men being fun.
I would have called them the fun group of different fun men being fun.
They join up with a newly arrived group of predators.
That's what I call all my buddies. Fun group of fun men being fun.
They team
Down
up.
the pub.
They team up with I was going to say a fun group, but a group of good predators who just arrived.
Okay.
To fight against the upgraded Predator. There's images of this. They're like on a tank together. I don't know if you've seen this.
I haven't seen that, no.
Yeah. And I guess one of the original ideas was the fugitive Predator was protecting them from the upgraded Predator.
Right.
And they all have to band together. Also, Edward James Olmos was in this. Would
you say he was almost in it?
He was almost in it. People also thought it was too talky, so about 45 minutes was cut from this.
Wait, who was Edward James almost going to be?
Just a character that was removed.
Okay.
Probably a government man.
Okay.
Or maybe he was in the fun group of fun men.
I'm a new character and you've done a really good job, everyone. Because he's not been a character in... Was he going to be his character from Blade Runner?
I mean, they're sort of...
Or Battlestar Galactica?
They're interconnected. He was going to be General Douglas Woodhurst.
Okay.
And Status. Scenes were deleted from final film.
That's great.
There's no wiki page for this character, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
That's according to Google AI, if you believe that, which I know you do. Also, Francois Fong-Hwa Yip, she played Yutani in Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
Oh, yes.
And she had a scene in this that was deleted where she was credited as tracking supervisor. And it's probably likely that she was playing Yutani again.
Right.
But that was gone.
Uh-huh.
There's a huge list of deleted scenes from this movie. This has been hacked to pieces. And also, the script was leaked beforehand. That also led to rewrites. And also, apparently the version that was shown, a lot of the special effects weren't finished. So people didn't like that. They were like, "This doesn't look very good." But it's like, yeah.
You fools!
Use your imagination.
Yeah.
Just imagine there's a very tall predator 9 feet.
Come on, man.
Apparently Shane Black did talk to 20th Century Fox about finishing it up and re-releasing this movie as a 2.5 hour cut with all the footage. And they're like, "This is too expensive," and we're obviously not. So this is probably gone forever unless somebody leaks it. I'm not really that interested in seeing it, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Anyways, Mason, do you know what it's time for?
What's it time for?
It's time for the trivia section of the show called Come With Me If You Want a Trivia. You familiar with this famous quote?
Yeah, but it's not from this movie, is it?
Yeah, but they're all connected in comics, so I think that's...
It's not even from a Predator movie.
Yeah, but they're all connected in comics.
I don't know about that. Why don't you just call it I'm Trivia, like I'm Batman?
Yeah?
Because Batman versus Predator.
I'm trivia, everyone.
Nice, good. Okay. Finally, some sense. Finally, this video's making some sense.
When the Predator grabs its mask from the display case, the original Predator mask from the movie 1987 is seen there also.
Oh.
It didn't die in an explosion, but I guess it's made of Predator material.
Maybe it just sort of bobs along on the energy wave.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah. Speaking of predators,
Yes.
this movie nearly featured a real-life predator. You know about this.
I do.
This isn't fun, everybody. Here we go. Actor Steve Wilder was originally cast as a minor character in this movie, but 20th Century Fox removed his scenes a few days before the picture locked when actress Olivia Munn informed the studio that he was arrested, charged, and registered as a sex offender in 2010 after facing allegations that he attempted to lure a 14-year-old girl into a sexual relationship via the internet. Shane Black, who had already cast Striegel in Iron Man 3 in a small role and also The Nice Guys, initially defended the casting as giving an old friend a second chance, but later apologized and took full responsibility of causing such controversy. He was playing a jogger who repeatedly tries to hit on Munn's character, and the scene was meant to be her character's original introduction.
Wow.
Wow. What a thing to attempt to put in a movie. And here's a fun thing. This is just a fun one.
Okay,
That
great.
wasn't a fun one. This
That wasn't
is a fun one.
This better be a fun one. This better be real fun.
The line that discusses the validity of the name The Predator when referring to the creature was taken from a conversation that Olivia Munn had with her sister prior to filming. And I think that's okay to be like, well, he's not so much a predator, he's a game hunter and whatever.
It's a great point,
And
actually.
that's the kind of pedantry that I love
That's right.
in a movie.
That's right.
Yeah. On a budget of $88 million, I don't think that's true. I can't prove that.
Seems low, you're saying?
With massive reshoots and the special
reshoots,
effects.
and they had to build that CGI Predator suit that looks so cool at the end.
Yeah. At least they got that asset for later.
That's true. That's true.
It made $160.5 million at the box office, so
Okay,
it did
alright.
not break even, accounting for marketing, etc., and so forth. It was actually, though, a record-setting opening weekend of $24.6 million, because it was the worst possible opening for a film on more than 4,000 screens. Anyways, we've done it. We did all the Predator movies that haven't been bought by Disney.
So true.
Weren't made by Disney or whatever. Now they all are. Wow, and if you like this, here's a hint towards the next video.
Oh, what is it?
Dave, you should run.
But you can see that
That's
early
great.
at bigsandwich.co. Did you know that?
I did know that,
It's
yeah.
our subscription service. There's early videos. We do movie commentaries. We did one on Prey, the first Disney Predator movie.
Oh, that's right.
We've got one on the original Predator. We did a full playthrough of the Alien vs. Predator video game, the arcade. We've looked at a couple Predator comic books.
Probably Batman versus Predator.
That's on the main channel, actually. You can look
Is
at
it?
that for free.
Oh, great.
That's available and animated.
All right.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay money for that. I mean,
You should, though.
Yeah, I don't know how, but
Give us money on the street. If you
Yeah,
see
give us money on the street.
Say, I watched the Batman versus Predator video and here's money.
Yeah.
On the street. Here's my street money.
We also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. Of course, we did an episode on Predator Badlands.
That's right.
And thank you so much to Ben and Lawrence for the edit. They did
you,
a
Ben
lot
and
of
Lawrence.
blurring of people's heads being exploded. All right, thanks everyone.
Grab that Jeremy, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.